Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to take assistance from ChatGPT on how to troubleshoot VDA unregistered issues in the Citrix environment. Okay, so let's say you are working as a Citrix administrator, and if you are supporting Citrix applications or Citrix desktops, you will come across this issue in your Citrix environment. When users are trying to launch Citrix virtual desktops, they will see the error message saying that desktop is not launching or 1110 error, whatever it is. Now, when you check the status of this particular virtual desktop that user is experiencing issues, if you check on the backend in the Citrix Studio, it says unregistered. Unregistered. Now, what we are doing is we are trying to take assistance from ChatGPT on how to troubleshoot this problem so that it becomes registered from unregistered. Okay, so the prompt is how to troubleshoot VDA unregistered issue in the Citrix environment. Okay, I'm going to hit enter and see how it goes. Okay, it is giving a lot of details on how to troubleshoot this particular issue. It says troubleshooting VDA unregistration issues in a Citrix environment can be complex, but here are some steps you can follow to identify and resolve the problem. Check the VDA service status. Ensure that the VDA service is running on the affected machine. You can do this through the Windows Services Management Console by running the following command in PowerShell. So, if the VDA is not launching, if that machine is not responding for whatever reason, first of all log into that machine and see whether the Citrix desktop service. So this is a service, important service on the Citrix virtual desktop. So make sure this service is up. Make sure that this service is up and running. If this service is not running, you need to start this service. This is the first troubleshooting step. The second thing is check the event logs. Okay, so under event logs, review the Windows event logs and Citrix related logs, Citrix broker service, Citrix desktop service for any error messages or warnings related to VDA unregistration. So if you want to do some in-depth troubleshooting, go to event logs and check if you can find any logs, any error details like Citrix broker service, Citrix desktop service. If you can find any error details or warnings, you can use those warnings, you can copy those warnings, put it in the ChatGPT and find out what is the cause of those errors or warnings. And the third one is Citrix Director. Use Citrix Director to monitor the VDA's status. It can provide real-time information about VDAs and their registration status. So Citrix Director is a monitoring and troubleshooting tool. So you can check the status of the VDA machines in the Citrix Director. The fourth one is network connectivity. Check the network connectivity between the VDA and the delivery controllers. Ensure that there are no firewall rules or network issues between preventing the communication. So if there is any firewall issue, if some port is blocked, then there will be communication issues between the VDA and the desktop delivery controller or delivery controller. So we need to make sure that the ports are open and these two machines, VDA and delivery controller, can communicate with each other without any issues. The next one is firewall rules. Verify that the necessary firewall rules are in place to allow communication between VDA and delivery controller. Citrix uses specific ports for communication and these need to be open. Let's say for example 80 and 443. These ports need to be open between desktop delivery controller and VDA. So these ports need to be open. If these ports are blocked, then communication will not happen. The next one is licensing. Check the Citrix licensing server to ensure that it is reachable and has available licenses. Licensing issues can cause VDAs to unregister. So if you have the license server in your Citrix environment, and if you don't have enough licenses, then users will have issues connecting to the applications and the machines can go unregistered. So please check the Citrix license server to ensure that it is reachable and has available licenses. It should also have licenses available. And the next one is delivery controller configuration. Review the configuration of the delivery controller to ensure that they are correctly set up and can communicate with the VDA. So if the configuration of the delivery controller is incorrect, if the configuration of the delivery controller is incorrect, then you will have issues communicating with the VDA. So please check delivery controller configuration as well. VDA reinstallation. If troubleshooting steps fail to resolve, consider reinstalling the VDA on the affected machine. Ensure that you follow Citrix best practices for installation. So let's say sometimes VDA software is not installed properly on the virtual desktop, or if it is creating some kind of issues, or there is some software conflict or something like that, you can reinstall the VDA software on the affected machine to solve these kind of issues. The next one is registry and configuration files. Check the VDA's registry settings and configuration files for any corruption or misconfiguration. You may need to compare these settings with a working VDA. So on the affected VDA machine, what you can do is you can check the registry settings and configuration files, okay, and compare those settings with the working VDA. So there is another VDA in your environment which is working properly. Compare the settings between the affected machine and the working machine, and if you need to make any modifications on the affected machine, then you can make the modifications and it should help to resolve the issue. The next one is antivirus and security software. Sometimes security software can interfere with VDA registration. Ensure that any antivirus or security software on the VDA machine is not causing the issue. So please make sure that any antivirus software like Kaspersky or AVG or whatever it is not causing any kind of issues. VDA cleanup. In some cases, orphaned VDA entries in Citrix database can cause registration issues. Cleaning up these entries might be necessary. So sometimes if there are any old VDAs, or if some VDAs, the old VDAs or decommissioned VDA machines or whatever, if these entries are still in the Citrix database, what happens is these can cause registration issues in the Citrix environment. So we need to clean up, we need to get rid of those entries in the Citrix database. And finally, Citrix support. If all else fails, contact Citrix support for assistance. They can provide more advanced troubleshooting steps and guidance tailored to your specific environment. So if this is a major network down issue, if many users are affected launching VDA application, then what you can do is, and if you tried all the troubleshooting steps and if you're not able to solve the problem and many users are affected, and if it is affecting your business as well and you don't know what to do, so what you can do is you can contact Citrix vendor support. Call them up, create a ticket, troubleshoot the issue, bring them on the call. You will have a group call, troubleshoot the issue all together, provide all the details. If they need something, you also need to support the Citrix technicians or the Citrix support guys. Work as a team all together and resolve the issue. Remember to document your troubleshooting steps and any changes made so that you can easily revert changes if necessary. Troubleshooting VDA unregistration issues can be time consuming, so patience and systematic testing are key to resolving problem effectively. So please document whatever you have troubleshooted. If you have found the root cause, please document it so that in future if some other technician, Citrix administrator comes across this issue, he or she will understand how to resolve this problem. Okay, so this is a very good prompt on how to troubleshoot VDA unregistered issues in the Citrix environment. At any point in time, if you want to deep dive, you can just copy and you can paste it here and you can hit enter so that you can get more details on each and every topic. All right. I really hope you find this information helpful. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.